What the fuck is plant-based eating? Hey guys, welcome to the Bird House Podcast. It's your host Samantha, and I hope you guys are ready for this episode. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Today's episode will be about plant-based eating. What the fuck is it? How is it different from veganism? How to transition, and some hot tips. So stay tuned. So before I start the show, I want to quickly mention that Reality Shift, which is our group coaching program, is starting back up in January. So we're going to have a January cohort, and basically it's going to be around movement, plant-based eating, and spiritual growth. So we'll be going through, it's 28 days. You'll be going through workouts to help you, besides flexibility and besides burning fat and losing excess weight, also with healing your physical body through movement. So that's going to be really fun. Plant-based eating. So you're going to have breakdown of like recipes on how to meal prep and how to just have a plant-based lifestyle for 28 days. And then spiritual development. So we're going to go through a lot of the chakras. We're going to go through a lot of the emotional and energetical things that are limiting us in life, really. So I'm fucking stoked. The link is in the show notes to get on the wait list. I will open the doors in December, taking 15 spots, and yeah, I'll see you guys in there. All right, y'all, we gotta turn this stage on and clean these bad spirits. Because these spirits are a hot mess. I literally cried twice this morning. I don't have time for that. Honestly, guys, for those out there that are Cancer risings, the Cancer sign in general is just not fun. Like, I'm just very emotional. Shout out to my Cancers out there. But like I said, today's episode will be talking about plant-based eating, what that means, and how it's so different from being vegan. You know, I discovered the plant-based diet probably like 2017, I think I discovered it. And honestly, I've never looked back. It's been the easiest. Hold on, let me move this before I fucking suffocate. It's been the easiest diet I can say I've ever, experienced. And I can say that because not only has it been easy to maintain, it's been easy to keep weight off. It's been easy to live my life with, like being plant-based hasn't affected my life in a negative way. And I think that's when something is sustainable, right? Because I can be plant-based whether I go to fucking Maine with my friends and they're eating lobster, or whatever, in any way. So plant-based eating and how it differs from being vegan, right? I think it's like one of the biggest things I get all the time. It's like, oh, so you're vegan? No, veganism, being plant-based, 80 to 95% of your diet is plants. So you're eating vegetables, you're eating fruits, you're eating legumes, seeds, grains, fats, all these things, right? Fats, sorry, but we know what I'm saying. Avocados, what I really meant. But you're eating all these things that are coming from the earth, and about roughly 85 to 90% of your diet is this stuff, right? So with that being said, when you're vegan, yes, you don't eat animal products, right? Where in a plant-based diet, you can if you want to, hence the 85 to 90%. You could eat eggs here and there if you want to. You could eat meat if you want to, fish, all those things if you want to. But the purpose of the diet is to have the majority of the foods you're eating actually be whole foods, like actually come from the earth, right? Where when you're vegan, that's not necessarily the case. When you're vegan, you're more concerned about the animal rights. You're more concerned about maybe even the environment, maybe even all those things. A lot of vegans eat a lot of processed foods, where plant-based diet is not necessarily like the thing here. You're not trying to eat processed foods. Hence why I don't really eat a lot of meat replacement stuff. Like, I don't buy fake tenders. I don't buy... The only thing I really fuck with here and there is like the Impossible meat, the ground beef, because I like a nice bolognese sauce, or like a lasagna. I'll put like the processed meat, but besides that, like, I'm not eating that shit. It's fucking processed. I might as well go get McDonald's or some real shit. I mean, this may sound fucked up, but I always think to myself, like, if Burger King's selling Impossible Whoppers, which I love, um, yeah, you know, yeah. Anyways, not to judge Burger King. I'm happy they're doing that because I feel like it's gonna be a door to meat alternatives for everyone, because we as a society eat way too much meat. It's too, not even too much meat, but way too much animal products. So it's really nice to see alternatives to meat, because again, not only is that, I think, not healthy for us, but also it's impacting our environment and impacting the planet, honestly. So yeah. But that being said, so it's different from veganism, right? So you could be plant-based and not be vegan. You could be vegan and plant-based, right? You could be both. I personally like to think that I'm an intuitive plant-based eater, because I'm not trying to follow a diet. I ain't trying to count my macros. I ain't trying to count proteins. I'm just trying to eat when I'm hungry and be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want it the simplest way. Like, I'm a lazy ass bitch. I just want shit simple. And that's, my nutrition and just eating whenever I want. And I think that's the beauty of plant-based living, is that it really allows you to kind of be a foodie and not necessarily have to worry so much about if you ate too much or whatever, So, yeah. And I think really, really big tips that I wish, I think that I definitely teach now as a coach and as a mentor, but I wish someone would have told me a long time ago, or told more people, are these tips when it comes to transitioning to plant-based eating. So one, I would definitely say, season your, season your veggies how you season your meat. Like, and to me, that's common sense. I don't know why, because I think, why? It's because before I became plant-based, I barely ate vegetables. Like, I was never a person to cook vegetables at home, or to cook or to buy vegetables in the street. Like, I literally would just have, like, I don't know, meat and maybe broccoli I would eat as like a veggie, broccoli. But yeah, like, I never eat meat, so I never ate like boiled sweet potatoes or boiled broccoli, or I was never like, I never ate boring vegetables. And I think people's impressions of vegetables are just like, oh, they're bland and boring. But yeah, they are going to be bland and boring if you just don't season them. So I literally season my veggies like with garlic, salt, and pepper. That's like the foundation. That's we're starting there regardless. So, and I think with meat, it's the same way, like, right? So, season your veggies how you season your meat. Put your taco blends on your meat. Put your like Spanish seasonings on your meat. On your veggies. And yeah, like, season your veggies like you season your meat, and I promise you might actually like to eat them. That's one. Two, start by crowding out your plate versus removing stuff on your plate, because I think having that perspective allows you to actually like not feel like you're depriving yourself, and you're more like, your plate has no room for chicken now. You know what I mean? So for example, you'll serve yourself like some broccoli here, some, a little nice leafy salad here, some grains, some legumes, aka beans, and yeah, now there's just no space for meat. Maybe there's space for avocado, but there's always space for avocado. So yeah, just limit on your plate, because legit, and I think I hear people a lot say, oh, like, how about cheese? And cheese is hard to leave, I will say. Like, I think when I do eat cheese, it's definitely like in a meal that only needs cheese, or like that needs the cheese. Like, for example, pizza, right? Like, it's not pizza if you don't have cheese, right? Or even a quesadilla, like, so I think just in that case, if you want to be that kind of person, more like a flexible plant-based diet, which you can do, then go right ahead. But also, I think that there's a bunch of plant-based cheeses, and again, hence, like, plant-based, like, that's key. I rather plant-based cheeses are very different from vegan cheeses. And what I mean by that is that plant-based cheeses are made from plants. Vegan cheeses are just like saturated fats in different forms, that way it doesn't melt. So it's very different stuff. You can look at the ingredients and they're completely different. I'm probably put a picture or I'll link something so you guys can see what I'm talking about, because legit, it's so different. So try to get plant-based cheeses if you do get cheese. And those are really good replacements too. I tried this like Greek brand, I forgot. It's called like Mykonos, I think. And it's cashew mozzarella. And that shit was fire. Like I was actually shocked. I was like, okay, I see you. I see you. But yeah, I think it's a really big thing about being plant-based. Like it's not as hard as people think it is. It's just the way to eat as much vegetables as possible. And you know, I always look at things this way, like you can heal through your food. We all know that plant-based living, like there's a reason why when you're eating salads and you're eating healthier, you feel better. So plant-based living allows you to heal your chakra, heal your spirit, heal your body and your emotions and your thoughts. And it's because all this shit is linked up. Like I always talk about the 4 bodies, like our spiritual body, our mental body, our emotional body, and our physical body. All these guys are linked, and basically what we do to one trickles down to the others. They're all connected. So the more we take care of our physical body by doing fitness, by moving our body, by eating plant-based foods, that trickles down to our spirit, to our thoughts we're having, to the emotions we're feeling, and all those things together create our experience of life. So it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big fucking deal. And yeah. Also, a big thing we get on, or I get a lot on plant-based eating is protein. People are like, oh, are you eating enough protein? Eating enough protein? Yeah. Does my, like, not to be an asshole, but I grew my ass being plant-based. I grew my lower body being plant-based. So yeah, we're definitely getting enough protein, right? I'm growing my muscles, so we're getting enough protein. Protein culture is so overrated, and it's something that's definitely like, just they drag it in America and in muscle building and all that stuff because there's no need for it. They just honestly want to make money off of all the animal products they're selling. That's why if you think about it, every new addition to Chipotle, McDonald's, Burger King is either meat or dairy. Like I went to Chipotle the other day and there's dead ass. Besides the cheese they give you, they have queso now. So you can put queso and cheese. So there's double the cheese. Like that's just crazy to me. Like that's crazy. I don't know. It's like damn. Like they really are out here trying to shove like animal products down your throat. Like if you think about the ideal breakfast, right? It's like eggs and toast and bacon, a glass of milk, and a glass of orange juice, right? Like I don't know if you guys remember when we were like little kids, the commercials would be like a little kid eating a cereal bowl, and it would be like a glass of orange juice and a glass of milk. Like not only do they have milk in the bowl, they want you to chug down a cup of milk too. Like goddamn, like that's crazy. It's just crazy to think that like the way that the food pyramid and the way that America looks at diet and looks at what a healthy diet is has nothing to do with our actual health and actual nutrition. So I really it's kind of went on a rant, but my next point is nutrition. Like that's why I love a plant-based diet. I haven't been sick much after I became plant-based. Guys, I was out all COVID, living my fucking best life. If you guys know me personally, you know I was out all COVID. And I'm not saying that that's my choice that I did, but I didn't get sick and I was out. And all the times that I did get sick from 2017 to now, I will say we're all I would say we're all spiritually and energetically produced. Like I caught really bad bronchitis during 2018, I think it was. I was fucking dying, y'all. I was so sick. And I had bronchitis for like 2 months, almost like a month and a half. I was fucking dying. But I also learned in Chinese medicine, I had a thought. I was like, yo, let me go get cupping. I got into that. Mind you, I don't even know how the fuck I found that shit. But I was like, let me just try cupping. Because no one I know does. Yes, what's crazy about me and how I know this is my passion of like life is that no one I know or fuck with does it like anything health related, like anything food related, like nothing. Like none of my friends really work out. None of my friends are plant-based. None of my friends are into like holistic healing or it's just, that's just my natural calling, and that's how I know I'm literally meant to do this shit, because I'm just like that. And yeah, I got cupping, and I found out through my little, I forgot her name, she was amazing. She told me that in Chinese medicine, when you're grieving, you hold that emotion in your lungs, in your chest. And I'm a person, especially pre-COVID, I wasn't the healthiest emotionally. I definitely didn't process emotions. I didn't allow myself to feel much emotions. I was more like, oh, fuck it, I'm gonna live my life. Like, I'm gonna just keep going, which is, I think a good alternative, but also it only goes well if you do come back and handle the emotions, which I didn't. So those were definitely in my heart chakra, my chest area. And yeah, so again, I think that bronchitis I had was linked to the emotional grieving I was going through during that time. That's when I just broke up with my ex-husband. I was like divorcing, and yeah, so I think I was just going through that, but I wasn't expressing it, so again, these are all linked up. Your spirit, your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, they're all linked up. So that's why people can heal, people can lose weight through sound bowls and sound, because sometimes your issue with food and your diet and like the fat that you have on your body has nothing to do with your physical body. It just has to do with your energetic body, or your the emotions you're feeling and you're not releasing, and it's wild. So with that being said, I hope you guys give it a try to just start adding more vegetables to your diet. And again, 95%, 85% of your diet being plants means you had a plant-based day. So what that means is that if you had, I don't know, a oatmeal for breakfast, a nice veggie burrito for lunch, and you had a salad bowl for dinner with like a hard boiled with a like a fried egg on top, or like a small little piece of meat, you ate plant-based that day. It's not that hard. I think it's a lot more, people should just immediately look at, oh, I can't eat chicken wings. You can, but you can also eat cauliflower wings, so but anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. By the way, the crystal I'm playing with right now is Amazonite. I didn't mention it earlier, but it's Amazonite. And yeah, I love this crystal. It's for your throat chakra. Obviously, I'm very chatty at the moment. I always love to bring a throat chakra crystal onto the show when I'm podcasting, because it allows me to kind of express myself better. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys like this episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.